A little girl says to her dad, "Dad, why is there snow in my bedroom?" And he says, "Well, I'm glad you're finally getting my drift. I'm glad you're finally getting my drift." Is that bad? That's just terrible. Happiness is a perfume you cannot pour on others without getting a few drops on yourself. Matthew 5:6, the beginning of the Beatitudes, says, "Happy are those who long to be just and good, for they shall be completely and utterly satisfied." I believe that. A little while back, I had a funeral service, and before the service, somebody handed me this poem and asked me if I would share it in the service. And I guess there'd been a little bit of rifting, a little bit of problems in the family. And I read it, I went back to them and I said, "You're sure you want me to read this?" And they said, "Well, yeah, we think so." So I did. I had 5 or 6 people tell me it was very, very nice, but they didn't really understand why it was in the service. And I didn't know what to tell them, so I just had to leave it. But I share it with you today. It's called Snowflakes. It's written by Darcy Sims. Have you ever stood outside with your head tilted back and your mouth open wide trying to catch a snowflake? Snowflakes fall everywhere, on your hair, on your chin, your eyelashes, even your nose, and some even manage to land on the very tip of your tongue, only to vanish before you can really get a taste. Each snowflake is a completely different design and pattern. We're told that no two are ever created exactly the same. It's a mystery that continues to delight snowcatchers everywhere. There are very few things that can be so lovely, so delicate, so perfect, so different, and disappear so quickly, never to be reproduced in exactly the same pattern again as a snowflake. Sometimes it seems as though people are like that too. Those we love are so lovely, so delicate, so perfect, so different, and they disappear all too quickly. Each of us is as unique as those childhood snowflakes. We each have a unique look, a sound, a smell, and a touch. We are cut from unique patterns, assembled in an endless variety of shapes, styles, combinations. We look, we sound, we talk, we think, we act differently than anybody else. There are no identical matches, just as there are no perfectly identical snowflakes. We know this. When it comes to grieving, we demand that everybody grieve the same way. Some of us will talk our way through the iciness of our grief, while others prefer solitude. Some want to read everything they can about grief, while others wish to submerge themselves in work and try to forget about the grief. Some cry endlessly, while others never shed one tear. We are as unique as snowflakes drifting from the sky. There is no right or wrong way to grieve, although there are some ways that are a bit less dramatic. Just as the snowflakes find their way to their destination, so too will each of us find our way through our grief. Frozen hearts and numb minds do eventually thaw. Icy memories that chill to the bone can grow warmer as we begin to move through this thing we call grief. Whatever hurt we are carrying begins to weave itself into our very being, and eventually it becomes part of our history. We become the sum total of our experiences. Our unique patterns begin to reflect our unique journeys. We carry souvenirs of our hurts, each stored away until it's time to add them to the next hurt, thus piling one hurt up on top of another, on top of another, all to be carried forever in our being. These hurts leave scars, some big, some small, but all significant because they all cause pain. Each scar must have a place in our being. We become a carefully organized layer, massive layers, as delicate and intricate and individual as a snowflake. Sometimes, especially in the early months or even years of our grief, we remember all we can remember is the horribleness and the pain of our loved one's death. Pain seems to overshadow everything. These shadows seem to make it harder and harder every day. Just like in winter, the shadows seem longer and deeper and darker. The snowflakes seem small and less beautiful. The magic of winter's decorations only leave us cold and barren. If we begin as frozen beings, the journey through grief becomes a process of thawing. And each of us will defrost in a pattern as unique and individual as the snowflakes that drift across the window pane, leaving little icy streaks of memory in the heart. So if this is a winter time for you, if this is a grief time for you, be patient with yourself. Recognize your own unique emotions, your hurts, and learn to identify the tracings of your snowflakes on your grief. You will survive these grieving days and this winter season. You will become able to defrost eventually. And it will be far less painful if you'll begin to cherish your differences rather than use them as weapons and yardsticks of judgment against other people. Let us be at prayer. Oh God, sustain us this day. Help us to be what you would have us be. Give us grace to work through our grief. Help us to be patient with ourselves and patient with others. We ask all these things in the name of the one who died for us. Amen. Be with God today and tomorrow. Amen.